Good evening, everyone. Have you ever considered the effects of the mentally ill being incarcerated versus being treated by hospitalization methods? I asked myself this question the other night, so I began to research it out. Each year, more and more mentally ill patients are being incarcerated versus being hospitalized for no other reason than, as you can see in this chart here, most states are cutting their mental health budgets. Between the years 2009 and 2011, some of the states cut as high as 33% of their mental health budgets. And what that means for the mentally ill is that instead of being hospitals where tax dollars could be used to help pay for treatment, there's just not enough spots. So what they end up doing is they arrest them and send them to prisons and local jails and state prisons. The three things I want to talk to you about tonight on that is the cost that it is to taxpayers, the time that has to be invested not only by the mentally ill person themselves, but by those who deal with the mentally ill person, and then the actual results of being incarcerated versus being hospitalized. First of all, in 2011, Kip Piper wrote an article where he said that the average cost for treating a mentally ill person is $5,700. Okay, in 2012, the Vera Institute of Justice, they did a study that said the average cost to treat a mentally ill or to house a mentally ill person in a justice system is $31,286. The cost for the inmates of the mentally ill are usually anywhere between $40 and $60 per month higher than someone who could be without a mental illness that could be treated within or be incarcerated within the general population. The second thing that I wanted to talk to you about was the time that has to be invested to deal with the mentally ill. In prisons, most corrections officers are not trained to deal with the mentally ill. So therefore, they deal with the mentally ill in means that are both counterproductive for themselves, for the mentally ill, and for their fellow inmates. Usually it leads to extended prison stays because of violations of policies and procedures, extended solitary confinements of the mentally ill. The hospitalizations usually have a much better result versus those that are being incarcerated. The results for those that have been treated in a hospital environment versus those being treated in prison, as you can see here, the percentages range for the mental illness treatments range from 45% success rate up to a 90% success rate, depending on the mental illness that they deal with. The Center for Evidence-Based Practices conducted a survey in 2012. In their survey, that they found out of the 20,112 mentally ill prisoners that was incarcerated, 54% of those was just classified with mental illness, committed another crime. 60% of those that committed another crime was not even diagnosed with mental illness to begin with. 60% of those, on top of that, was those that had a substance abuse problem. And then when they done it as an overall, based upon all those who were committed crimes again and had to be reincarcerated, 68% of them had substance abuse problems on top of their mental illness. What this is doing, and what I'm trying to get you to understand is this. Sometimes it will be possible that the only way that these people can be helped the mentally ill is to incarcerate them for a short period of time. However, the statistics shows that, if they want the success rate and to have lasting results, they need to be in a hospital environment to seek treatment. I thank you guys for your time. Have a good night.